And McRae's got good speed, 17 stolen bases, so. And lefty's coming up, so they'll have the advantage of hitting to that hole between first and second with Frank Thomas holding the runner on.
McRae originally was not in the lineup. Danny Tartabull was scratched. They put McRae in as Kirk Gibson steps up, hitting at .243. 15 homers. He's knocked in 49. Gibson this year 5 for 19 with a couple of homers and 3 RBIs against the Sox. Kansas City, that record of 63 and 60, 10.5 games back. And the Sox, of course, on a 6-game losing streak, lost 12 of 14. Now just 10 games over at 67 and 57.
There's Charlie's last start Tuesday against the Tigers. He lost, going 8 innings. 11 hits, 5 runs. He walked 2 while striking out 3. Did get stronger as that game went on, though, so that was an encouraging sign in that ball game.
2-0 the count. Outfield swung well around to the right. I mentioned earlier, Sox have played 3 games here this season. They've won all 3. Three balls, no strikes. So Huff just 1 pitch away from getting in a whole bunch of trouble here.
As you can see, Charlie has pitched very well against the Royals with that 18-9 record. Very fine earned run average, just over 3. Blazer.
Three balls and a strike to Gibson. One of the smaller crowds we've seen here at Royal Stadium in quite some time. Kansas City averaging 28,402. So it's 3-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. No score if you just tuned in.
Well, school started today, so that may be a reason for
big time.
Big time, yeah, for the smaller crowd here at Royal Stadium. On weekends they'll be back.
There goes the runner. Pitch foul back.
Your attention, please.
He had a good jump. So the count goes full to Kirk Gibson. Former Tiger, former Dodger. Got a good lead right there.
Yeah, 1 foot on the carpet.
Brian a little upset right there. The pitch was fouled off. Another good lead by McRae. And a big pitch for Charlie Huff. There he goes. Ball gets away from Karkovice. Now McRae's going to move into third base. Gibson will hold at first. So that'll be ball 4 and a pass ball.
The first inning at Busch Stadium, and we are back at Royal Stadium, 2-0 Kansas City.
It'll be Kirk Gibson, George Brett, and Jim Eisenreich to face Charlie Huff. Gibson drew a walk and scored back in the first inning, and that Minnesota score, as we mentioned earlier, is now 3-2. Minnesota leading Cleveland. That's in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tribe still hitting. Gibson takes it outside. Ventura even with a bag at third. Outfield swung around to the right, gap between Johnson and Raines. On just a beautiful evening for baseball here in mid-America.
Too hot.
Wow. There's a strike on the inside corner. 7-0. Texas now leading the Yankees. That's in the 6th inning in the Bronx. 5-2 Blue Jays over the Birds, 6th inning. There's a strike. So the count 1-2.
Here's some news, Hawk. Yankees announced today the signing of pitcher Brian Taylor, the top pitch in the amateur draft, to a minor league deal, ending a long and drawn-out hassle that they had over his contract.
There's a base hit. So once again, the leadoff man aboard. Did they?
And big news today in baseball. California Angels fired Doug Rader today and named Buck Rogers as his replacement. Rogers will make his California debut tonight when the Angels host the Tigers. Well, the Angels are in last place in the West with a 61-63 record. And he was fired despite the fact they won 3 from Boston over the weekend.
Kirk Gibson takes the ball. Gibson has walked, scored a run. He single scored a run. Royals with 2 in the first, 3 in the third.
Go figure.
Ball gets away from Big Frank. Throwing error by Patterson. McRae's turning second. He's on his way to third. He'll get there.
Well, McRae's got that good speed, and plus he knows that Frank Thomas does not throw well. As a matter of fact, I'm sure they went over in the pregame report that anytime you have a chance to run on anybody's arm on this White Sox club, take advantage of it. See if they can't throw you out. Frank cannot do it here. So he's at third base with 1 out. A good RBI opportunity for Kirk Gibson. And the infield once again will come in.
A ball and no strikes. That's in the gap. Lance gets to it. Gibson now. He's going to give it a shot at third base. Overthrow. Relay. Not in time. 6-0 Kansas City.
Well, the hit was impressive, but even more so was Kirk Gibson. His ability to go from first to third, from home to third, that is, on this triple. Ball hit like a bullet in the right center field gap. White Sox do a pretty good job on the relay. No chance. Gibby's in there with his 6th triple on the season. He gets an RBI. That makes it 50. And George Brett gets the same opportunity now with that runner at third base and just 1 out.
Getting closer and closer to the top of the 9th inning, where Bret Saberhagen is going to try for his first ever no-hitter.
Left fielder, Kirk Gibson.
Tigers put a quick one on the board as they just posted it. They are still hitting in the top of the 1st inning in California. Kirk Gibson, he has scored 3 times tonight, driven in 1. Takes a strike. Breaking ball misses. Chopper right side. Somebody's got to get there. Nobody.
No, you just cannot. You can't sit back on that one. There's no way you can. Not with a guy like Gibson. Well, you can't do that on anyone. You got to come in right now and get it. Look at Gibson. He's already passed the bag when Frank picks it up. Well, it's just an experience factor right there. Frank has just not played a whole lot of first base, and until he gets it down, those little moves, he's just going to have a little bit of trouble out there, but he needs to play.
He definitely needs to play over there as George steps in. George is 2 for 2 tonight. A sacrifice fly, 2 into right field. Jim Eisenreich, 2 out. Fans, 25,164 come to their feet as is big Frank Thomas. 2 out, top of the 9th, a no-hitter at stake. Fastball inside. Curveball hit right to Terry Shepard. He's going to get it. Bret Saberhagen pitches the first no-hitter of his career as he shuts out the Sox 7-0. Well, Wimpy, certainly our congratulations go to the 27-year-old right-hander Bret Saberhagen, as he has come close many times in his young career, 2-time Cy Young Award winner. And tonight, as we talked about early on in this ball game, I think it was probably as early as the 3rd or 4th inning, we talked about the spotting of the fastball, that he had indeed a no-hit fastball this evening, and he did it. Only 2 balls hit hard.
Well, we even actually sensed it looking at each other when he struck out Tim Raines in the first inning, the way he popped that fastball. He's certainly capable of doing it. He's one of the few guys in baseball that has that ability to throw a no-hitter every time he goes to the mound. So certainly congratulations to Bret. He just overpowered him tonight. It was a mismatch.
All right, a no-hitter by Bret Saberhagen as the Sox now have lost 7 in a row. Final score, 7-0 Kansas City. And Wimpy and I'll be back to wrap it up right after this.